All right, so step one is a mini foam roller, skinny one, and the fat foam roller. So on my feet, my heels are up against the wall. I'm gonna put this between my knees. Now I'm laying on my right side because my left hip is the one that's pushed forward, giving me the issue. I'm gonna get my, I don't know if you can see here, instead of arched hard, I'm gonna get my low back to neutral. That's gonna require me to pull down with my abs. And my knees aren't gonna be exactly 90. They're gonna be kind of in a comfortable position. But anyways, instead of arched, we're gonna get to neutral. From there, I'm gonna pull my left knee, my left hip back into the socket while I breathe in. And then from that, once I pull it back, I want to squeeze the mini foam roller between my knees. So it's gonna be, I wanna be able to do it 3 times without resetting. So it's just gonna be a small movement. It's gonna be, I'm gonna breathe in, I'm gonna squeeze. I should feel that in my adductor, my inner thigh. Breathe out, pull back. Now I'm not shifting my hips. I don't know if you can see that. Like, I'm not rolling it. All I'm doing is going here to here to here to here, and all the while I'm squeezing. So it's just gonna be, it's gonna be 3 reps. That's 1 set. So breathe in, squeeze. Breathe in, squeeze. And again, 3 times. That's the first one. Second one, I'm on my left side. I'm off the wall, not touching the wall. I have my heels together. I have my knees are even. Now again, my left hip is the one that's jacked up. I'm gonna push my right knee forward. So again, I'm not going to roll my hips forward. Again, I'm just going to push my knee forward. What you should feel once we get started here, again, push the knee forward, heels are together. I'm gonna, again, reach this knee forward and then up, up, up. So you should feel it in your glute. Now at the same time, I'm gonna squeeze my left obliques, squeeze. Doesn't need to be huge arch, doesn't need to be huge squeeze. What that does is anchor the hip. So hold that for 6 seconds, down. Now I'm still pushing that knee forward the whole time. So I'm gonna breathe in. Breathing out, 6 seconds, down. So I'm not just gonna take it here and just drop it and relax. Again, pushing that thing forward the whole time. Again, 3 sets, 1 rep. Third one, most important. I'm on a bench, my heels are on the bench. Foam roller between my knees. I'm not so much concerned about getting above parallel, below parallel. I want them on a bench instead of the wall for one main reason. What we need to do here is get your low back to shut off. So I don't want to drive my low back into the ground, because for me that activates it. What I want to do with my feet on my heels on the pad, I'm going to try to pull the pad toward me, pull myself toward the pad. Not really hard, just enough to activate my hamstrings a bit. So again, I want to get my low back flat on the ground and relaxed. So I'm relaxed, pull my hamstrings just a bit. Now I'm gonna push down with my heels. Again, my low back is turned off, it's not activated. Finally, I'm gonna squeeze the foam roller. At the same time, now again, my left hip's the issue. I'm gonna try to pull my left hip down into the socket. So my left leg's gonna do a little bit more work. You should feel it in the adductor as well, same as the side lying. I don't know if that helps at all. So again, 3 sets, 6 seconds, breathing in, breathing out. One of the important parts is going to be pulling your diaphragm, pulling your ribs down into place without turning your low back on. So again, it's not going to be drive the low back into place. It's going to be breathe out, fill the obliques. So it's going to be, all that is here, not the low back, not driving the low back into the ground. That's the key to all of this. If we can get your diaphragm, your rib cage acting right, it will pull your hips back into place. So again, I'm relaxed. I'm going to let my low back relax on the ground, pull my hamstrings in, push down just a hair, squeeze the foam roller, breathe in, now out. And I'm going to push, again, from the inside, I'm going to pull my rib cage from this position down to this position. Should feel my obliques fill up. 6 seconds, that's 1 rep. Excuse me, 6 seconds, 3 times, 1 rep. All right, 4th one. And by the way, you should do these, all the other ones I showed you, do them both sides, only because I'm not really sure if it's a hip issue with you or what's going on. I know it's your right knee was coming in, your left SI is jacked up. I'd have to think about it, but I'm not sure what that really indicates as far as which hip is the issue. I think doing these on both sides would be good for you. Learning how your hips move and rotate. One thing with this one, again, with all these, we're gonna get to neutral. So instead of big arch, everything's gonna be here, flat back. So I got my left knee on the pad. You want whatever knee we're working on, whatever hip we're working on is elevated. I'm going to drive my right fist into the ground. I'm gonna take away my arch, so I'm gonna get flat back. Now from here, I should feel my left oblique fire as I try to take my right leg and open it up. So it's gonna be here, neutral, and I'm gonna open up. Should feel that in my left oblique, left glute, not so much the outside of the hip. Right there, I'm feeling it on the outside of my hip because I squatted yesterday and everything's not kind of working properly yet. So back to neutral, drive the fist down, open it up. Back, again, 6 seconds. You can do more reps here, 3 to 5. Those should help, and again, working both sides for all the other exercises we talked about.